Stephen Curry had a career night. Multiple players are breaking out. The NBA has been so much fun this year, and in today's video, we're going to talk about all the games from last night. So stick around for that. Make sure you like the video, and maybe later on, if you're feeling this kind of content, subscribe. So we're just going to hop straight into the slate of games. You know I like to keep the intro short. Celtics beat the Pistons 122-120. We saw the Pistons get their first win against the Celtics earlier. So it was like one of those back-to-back games. Jason Tatum had a game-winning shot. The Pistons are hanging in there. It looks like they're looking a little bit better than these last two. The Celtics against bad teams haven't looked as good as we'd like them to. So that's something to keep an eye on. But not too much to take from these games. The Wizards beat the Nets 123-122. Russ and Beal shot incredibly in efficiency. I think they combined, I'm not totally sure, but I think they combined for 14 for 50 from the field. So obviously that's not good from your stars. But Thomas Bryant this year has been incredible. 21-14 today, or yesterday it was, and then he had a few breakout games that I talked about in my last videos, but he looks incredible, and he looks like he could seriously be a third option for this team offensively. Not much to say for the Nets. It's really that they're feeling the Spencer Dinwiddie loss. Even though he was shooting the ball inefficiently before he was out, now it's looking bad because KD and Kyrie are playing it very, very well when they're on the court together. It's just the fact that, Caris LeVert can't do it all for the second unit. The first unit is just iso ball. It's really not looking as good for the Nets as you'd like it to, just because of the role players and the loss of Spencer Dinwiddie and just the creation that he brings. The Lakers and Grizzlies. Lakers beat the Grizzlies 108-104. I'm not going to talk about this game too much. Just a classic LeBron game where he put up average numbers. The Grizzlies are missing Jaren Jackson Jr. and John Morant, so you're not going to hear a ton from me, but the Grizzlies. The Nuggets beat the T-Wolves 124-109. Obviously, the Timberwolves, ever since they've lost Cat, have lost all of their games, which is very unfortunate for them. But the Nuggets bounce back nice. Jamal Murray has a good game. 36 for him. Jokic has 19, 12, and 12. That'll be enough to get the Karl-Anthony Towns list T-Wolves out of the game. The Jazz beat the Spurs 130-109. Donovan Mitchell had a little bit better of a game, still shooting the ball incredibly inefficient. But overall, this was the first game that they looked really, really well as a team. Bojan Bogdanovic played really, really well. Gobert obviously played well. So the bench unit was helping on too. Clarkson was, I think Clarkson had 18. So, you'll win a game like that, especially against the Spurs, who were shooting the ball pretty well. Not well. The Bulls beat the Mavericks 118-108. The Mavericks had no Luka, obviously no Porzingis. But Jalen Brunson stepped up scoring-wise, put up 31. Bulls obviously had two very, very good nights. One from Zach LaVine putting up 39 relatively efficiently. And then Kobe White this year has had a steady step up from last year. He put up 23 in this one, but he's taken on a lot more of the scoring load than he did last year. So definitely a season to look out for from him. I am expecting big, big things from him. And I don't see that being one of the young guys that they move on from anytime soon. The Clippers beat the Suns 112-107. This one was nice because Paul George, he's coming on to play. He's efficient, and he's shooting 39 points from him. Kawhi Leonard's been very inefficient this year, but it's been okay because Paul George picks up for him, and then Kawhi Leonard picks up. The Suns had a good game from DeAndre Ayton. He was 9 for 12, 24 points on 8 rebounds. Not bad at all. Devin Booker's been a little worse than we wanted him to be. I think he's still just adjusting, getting the flow of his game. And I think that that's a player you can bank on to be better as the season continues. And then finally, all the talk was about last night was Stephen Curry breaking his career record, going for 62. I think Damian Lillard gets away with too much as a superstar. I think he's the most I don't know. We give him so many more free passes than every other superstar, right? He just allowed 62, and he's never been a superb defender, especially, Steph Curry's having his night. But that doesn't happen if you guard the pick and roll a little better. That doesn't happen if Damian Lillard just steps up a little bit better. He had a great game offensively. Damian Lillard, I think he had 32. CJ had 28. Enes Kanter had 28. Still wasn't enough. It also looks like Enes Kanter is going to eventually start over Nurkic. Nurkic hasn't been back the way that we hoped he would be because he's a very promising young player. Great center in the past, but Enes Kanter, honestly, he's just playing better. I think he had 22, 28 points, something like that. And he was getting a majority of the minutes, especially in crunch time. So I'm expecting to see a change relatively soon. The only problem is that defensive unit will be absolutely horrible, especially with Enes Kanter in the lineup rather than Nurkic, right? Dame, CJ, Roko's a very good defender. But sliding an AS Cantor in there is very, very bad for them. The Warriors are now on their 3-game win streak. Everyone was hitting on them, saying that they would be terrible, and I can't lie, I'm one of those guys. And then they picked it back up. Steph Curry's averaging 30 plus, and I don't know if he can continue to do this as the year goes on, but we'll actually see tonight as he plays tonight. Very interested to see where the NBA goes. Guys, I'm telling you, this has been one of the most fun NBA seasons so far. This has been a great start. I love the rookies. I love the sophomores. I love the superstars. What's going on with them? Some are having terrible, terrible seasons. Some are having great seasons. I love the breakout players like Christian Wood. Julius Randle's playing really, really well. It's a lot of fun to watch, and I hope you guys are having just as much fun as me. Make sure you look out for my video tomorrow, and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right? Peace.